You ever find yourself wondering if she sees you as just a friend, or maybe something more? And it's not just about flirting or playful teasing. No, I'm talking about something deeper. The kind of quiet, hidden desire that doesn't scream, but whispers. She may never admit it out loud, but you can feel it in the way she looks at you, the way she lingers just a little too long, the silence between words that carries too much weight. And maybe she acts like it's nothing, like it's all just platonic. She'll say things like, "You're such a good friend," with that soft smile, but behind her eyes, there's a storm she doesn't want you to see. This is for those moments, those confusing, magnetic moments when you sense something's going on beneath the surface. You can't quite touch it, but you know it's there. Tonight, we're going to talk about her, the girl who laughs at your jokes a little too hard, who seems to show up in your world more often than coincidence allows. The one who treats you like her safe place, but then pulls away the moment things get too close, and maybe, just maybe, she's fantasizing about you. You see, when a woman starts developing feelings she can't explain or doesn't want to explain, it doesn't always show up the way you'd expect. It's not loud, it's subtle, it's in the little inconsistencies, the contradictions, like how she'll cancel on a date with some other guy but still call you to hang out last minute, or how she gets a little too curious about the women you're talking to, even though she swears she's just your friend. She'll be your biggest supporter, and yet oddly distant when you try to get close emotionally. There's this push and pull. One moment, she's leaning in, and the next, she's guarding herself like you're a threat to her balance. She might not even realize how much she thinks about you until she hears your name in a conversation and her heart skips a beat. Or until she catches herself smiling at a text from you, only to quickly tuck her phone away like it's a secret. And the reason she doesn't tell you? Simple. Fear. Not fear of you, but fear of what it means if she admits the truth. That you're not just her friend, that you've started occupying her thoughts in ways she didn't plan, that the story she's been telling herself about keeping it casual, about not catching feelings, is starting to unravel. Let me tell you about someone I knew. Her name was Danielle. We were close, like really close. Texting daily, talking late at night, sharing the kind of personal stuff you don't just share with anyone. People assumed we were together, but we weren't, not officially. She'd always say things like, "You're like the brother I never had." And I'd nod, pretend I was okay with that. But every now and then, I'd catch her looking at me like she didn't mean that at all. Once, we were at this party. She saw me talking to another girl. Nothing serious, just small talk. But when I looked over, I saw that look on her face. It wasn't jealousy, not exactly. It was something else, like fear, like loss, like I was slipping away from her. Later that night, she called me. "Did you have fun?" she asked, trying to sound casual. I said, "Yeah." Then I waited for her to say something else. She didn't. Just this pause, long and loaded. That's the thing, sometimes silence says everything. A woman who fantasizes about you but pretends you're just a friend is at war with herself. She doesn't want to lose you by crossing the line, but she also can't stand the idea of someone else having you. So she walks this tightrope, always close enough to feel the warmth, but never close enough to get burned. She'll joke about you dating someone else, but you'll notice her eyes flicker when you actually do. She'll hug you goodbye and hold on just a second too long. She'll text you things like, "You always make me feel better," after a bad day. And you'll feel that tension, unspoken but loud. She's not lying when she says she values your friendship. She does, probably more than you know. But underneath that friendship, there's a layer she doesn't want to peel back. Because if she does, everything changes. And once you see that layer, once you know, it can't be unseen. There's a kind of intimacy that exists in friendships like these, emotional intimacy, the kind that can be even more powerful than physical attraction, and it's intoxicating. You become her confidant, her comfort, her secret peace. But here's the paradox. Sometimes, the people who feel the most say the least because vulnerability is scary, because opening that door means facing the truth, and the truth can be messy, risky, permanent. So instead, she'll keep you in this safe little box, a box labeled just friends. But that box is full of late-night thoughts and dreams she doesn't talk about, of moments she imagines, but quickly tucks away. You'll know it's there by how she remembers the tiniest things about you, by how she notices when your mood changes, by how she texts you out of nowhere, just to say she had a dream about you, but laughs it off before. You can ask what it was about, because dreams reveal more than she's willing to say, and maybe she watches you when you're not looking. Not in a creepy way, in that quiet, longing way, like someone watching a movie they're not allowed to star in. She'll encourage you to chase someone else, then go quiet when it works. She'll say she's happy for you, but something in her tone betrays her. And you're stuck in the middle, wondering if you're imagining it, wondering if maybe you're projecting your own feelings onto her, wondering if she's the one you're meant to be with, or just someone passing through. Let me tell you something hard, but real. When someone cares deeply, but hides it, it creates a silent ache, a kind of emotional static between you. You can feel it in the pauses, the glances, the things left unsaid, and yet it's beautiful in its own way, because it means you matter, maybe more than you'll ever know. What you do with that knowledge is up to you. You can keep things as they are, safe, familiar. Or you can ask the question that's been haunting you both. Are we really just friends? It's a risky question, one that can change everything, but sometimes the most honest things we say are the ones we're most afraid to. And maybe she won't admit it. Maybe she'll laugh it off. Maybe she'll even deny it. But if you look closely, in her eyes, in her hesitation, in the way her hands fidget when you get too close, you'll know. You'll know that somewhere in her heart, she's already imagined what it would be, like to be yours. She might never say it out loud, but her silence is a language of its own, and if you listen closely, you'll hear what she's been trying not to say. Thanks for spending some time with me tonight. If this stirred something in you, you're not alone, and you're not crazy. Trust your gut, because sometimes the heart knows before the words ever catch up. Take care of yourself, and remember, she might be pretending it's just friendship, but in her mind, she's already imagined 1,000 versions of us.